Hi Leos, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. This is for all my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. This is going to be you're reading for the last week of April. So this is covering the 26th till May 2nd. We're now officially in Taurus season, and we also have a full moon in Scorpio, I believe at the beginning of the week, I think like Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And as you guys know, with full moons, it's kind of the time to release, let go of everything that's kind of built up in the last 30 days of the last month. And with this full moon, I feel like you may feel like, like tension or just like tension between your emotional needs and your physical needs, and kind of those two things like clashing with each other. And so if you feel any resentment, hurt, jealousy, competition, anything that's like low vibration, that's like pulling down making your spirit, your emotions heavy, this is a perfect time to really release that and let it go, because it's not going to help you, still holding on to hate or wishing someone bad, or oh, I hope they pay for it. That's not going to take away your pain. It's not going to take away your sadness. It just removes energy from you that you could be putting into yourself and putting it into that person. So forgive people, forgive those who have hurt you, even if they're not sorry, but do it for yourself, for your own inner peace and your own sanity. Like I've been telling the other signs, the image that was shown was broken glass on the floor and someone piling new, beautiful glass on top of it, and not cleaning up the glass. So I feel like this applies to our emotions in our life, where if you don't fix and get rid of the broken glass, nothing else that you put on top of it is going to fix the problem. It's just going to you're going to eventually have to clean that, because the new glass is going to fall over. It's not going to stay still. You're going to have to clean that up. So it's time to do some housework, some cleaning, and make sure you're addressing and confronting those things that are uncomfortable for you, because if not, it's always going to come back and haunt you at the end. Okay. And so we're going to be covering a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love. I will have the link to the extended below. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Nicloves with 2 eyes. All right. So Leos, I feel like for this week, you may be reading, maybe some of you love books, or you like to read, or you may be reading a new book this week, or you may just be wanting to get more information. But I feel like reading or a book is going to bring you some kind of insight or help you in some way. So maybe if you've been thinking about getting a new book, audiobook, whatever, this would be a good week to do so, or even journaling. But I feel like you're wanting to learn something, or you will be learning something significant from some kind of book. Either that you're reading from someone else, or maybe that you've written, or that you're going to write, whatever. I see that the number 10 and also the number 26 may be important numbers for you guys this week. And when it comes to your health, I feel like you're going through some kind of major change, some major transformation. Could be physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That is going to be kind of uncomfortable. Maybe not the most pleasant, but maybe is necessary for the next chapter of your life. So there could be some major changes going on. It's kind of like growing pains, or like puberty. Things are weird, what's going on, but you have to go through it. I feel like you may have some uncomfortable pains or discomfort in the private areas, or feeling like you need to do some kind of cleanse or detox possibly, especially for those of you who feel like you still have a strong soul tie with someone. And that's why it's always really important to make sure be really mindful of who you're sharing not just your body with, but your energy, your spirit, your heart with, because it can be really hard to get rid of those soul ties once they're established. So especially for all my women and ladies, right? Because women, men too, tend to get more emotionally attached to someone after doing certain things like intimacy. So you want to make sure that you're being really mindful in choosing your partners. Of course, if you like to get around and do all your things, and no judgment, but if you're someone who's very sensitive, emotional, you get attached, you got to be really selective and make sure you're not just giving yourself away to anyone. But also men out there too, right? You can get attached. You want to make sure just because you're a man, you know, you gotta be selective. You can't just like go and sleep around with anyone, because you're sharing your energy, your spirit with someone else, and you latch onto their problems. You latch on to, you will attract and carry their trauma, all their pain, without you even knowing it. So you got to be really careful of who you're getting involved. I can't speak. Who you're getting yourself involved with. Okay. So there may be a lot of shedding going on, maybe some crying or emotional breakdowns, but it's okay. If you need to do it, just do it. Go in the shower, go cry, bawl your eyes out, but at least get it out of your system. Okay. Some meditation could be really useful, could be really helpful for you guys, especially during the full moon, to help cleanse everything away. So I would really suggest like a long shower or a bubble bath. Just make it kind of like a ritual, make it special for you, but just tell yourself, okay, I'm cleansing myself of all these things. I'm renewed, I'm refreshed. Just kind of like whatever makes you feel good, do that. When it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, I feel like you are killing it. Some of you are doing really well financially, like you have no problems, you have everything you need, you're stable, you're secure. Maybe you're even doing better than most people around you, or than like the average person. I feel like your finances are going pretty well. You have it all under control. And things are going pretty smooth. I don't see or feel any problems or any big complaints. A lot of you may be already at the point where you feel like, I've done pretty well and I'm proud of myself, or you're almost there to that point. And if you've gotten to that place, congrats, because it's hard and a lot of people are not there. So you got to give yourself a pat on the back, be proud of yourself, be proud of your accomplishments, and don't feel ashamed to share your victories and share your accomplishments with people, because those who really care about you will be happy for you. And if you feel like you have to hold back or not share certain victories, certain wins with people, then you're probably around the wrong people who are jealous of you or don't want to see you succeed. And those are not the types of people you need to be around. But I feel like for most of you, you're just doing really well and you've earned it. You've earned your spot. You've earned this position. So if you're successful, you're doing well, you did something right in your life and you can enjoy it. Don't feel bad about it. And if there's people around you who make you feel a certain way, or like, oh, you think you're all that, forget them. Who cares about them? They're just jealous. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating life, some of you could have Aquarius and Taurus somewhere in your chart, or maybe you could have a little bit of water in your chart. And as far as a person you could be dealing with, or your future person could be a Leo, so another Leo, a Pisces, maybe air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy that this person is embodying. The Leos, are you guys in love? Do you love someone, or you have a big crush on someone? Definitely in your feelings. It feels like you're in your feelings. You may be saying, no, I'm not, but I feel like you are in your feelings. There's definitely someone you like, or you still have, or you have feelings for, but I feel like there's push and pull and there's resistance on your end. It's like you feel a lot, but it's like your mind and your actions don't align with how you're actually feeling. So let's say you're in love with someone, you love someone. It's like mentally, you don't tell yourself that, or you don't communicate that. You love them, you care about them, but your actions don't show it. It's like you try to resist it. You try to fight the feeling of what you're feeling for whatever reason. And it kind of feels here like both of you play this little push and pull. Like both of you like each other, but you're trying not to prove to the other that you like them. Maybe out of fear, maybe just, I don't know, I'm not sure, but it's like when one person expresses, the other person kind of holds back, and then when the other person expresses, the other one holds back. And I don't think this is like intentional. I don't feel like both of you are trying to like hurt or play games. It's just like scared of vulnerability. Like you're both either, or one of you is scared to be fully transparent and vulnerable with the other. And I feel like here this person's kind of surprised or kind of shocked at how they feel and how much you or your actions affect them, or your words affect them. I feel like they may have repressed emotions, hurt, pain, trauma from the past. And and they need a lot of either validation or security with their person. And I think sometimes it freaks them out when you, I don't want to say on you, but when they feel something that's so strong, it almost like scares them because they're afraid that maybe something could go wrong. I think you really have strong feelings for this person. I don't feel like you've fully expressed it yet, or you may have kind of expressed it, but maybe they didn't catch on or they didn't understand it, but you thought you were expressing it, but I don't think they saw it or they felt it. And I think that, you know, you'll put yourself out there and you'll be vulnerable, but then you hold back and you don't communicate it, or you don't, I feel like you don't communicate it, or you're not being as open, or you're not thinking outside the box about it. You're thinking too small about it. It's like it has to be this way when there's so many other possibilities of it going. And I think that sometimes you're like, yeah, I feel this way, or yeah, I want love, but you know what? I don't know. I don't really. It's like you'll tell yourself, deep down inside you want love, but then you tell yourself, no, I don't want love. I want to be free. I want to have my freedom. I want to be a bachelor. I want to be single. I don't want to get married. I don't want to be tied down. You tell yourself that, but it's like you're almost like lying to yourself, because deep down inside you do want that. And I think maybe you do want marriage. Maybe you do want to have kids, but you tell yourself the opposite to justify what's going on, or to make yourself feel better about being single maybe right now, or whatever situation you're in. I think that this person sometimes could be a little bit bipolar, or sometimes they're like really quiet or sad, and then the next moment they're really happy and loud and, you know, social and communicative with you. Maybe sometimes that throws you off. And I think this person, like, sometimes they really want their space and they're quiet and reserved and maybe don't respond as fast. And then other times they're really out and open and expressive, want a lot of attention. So they kind of have this big contrast where, like, they'll disappear, but then they want a lot of attention sometimes. And I feel like there's some instability, or maybe emotional instability within them. There's nothing like super bad. I don't feel like it's like a deal breaker, but it takes two really healthy, solid people to make something work. And I feel like this person has dealt with a lot of mind games, a lot of lies, betrayal, and so when one little thing happens, it completely throws them off, and it makes them think, oh, I knew it. I knew they were like this. They're just like the rest. They're just like the other person. And you may not be actually doing that or intentionally wanting to give that impression, but maybe certain things that you do give off that vibe. And so they take that as like you being this type of person, and maybe that's not. So I feel here there's a lack of communication. There's a lack of clear communication of intentions of what you both are wanting or what you both are looking for. And I think that's a big problem in today's like relationships, where people are not communicating their needs, their desires. You know, what are we both looking for? Where is this taking us? Like, you know, people are just kind of like dating or hanging out, and then with no intention, you know, no destination. So I feel like with you guys, there's potential here, but there's a really need to work on communicating and expressing your needs and what you're looking for, because if not, then the other person just has to guess. So we're going to dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy's at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you and your advice. All right, so we'll dive in deeper there. The link will be below. I'd love to continue the conversation there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best.